Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about a mindset that elevates those who adopt it beyond ordinary living, the ego mindset. The ego is one of the most majestic creatures on earth, and it holds deep lessons for those who are determined to achieve greatness. The first lesson we learn from the eagle is vision. Eagles can see great distances. Their eyesight is 8 times sharper than that of a human. This ability allows them to spot opportunities far before others even realize they exist. In life, vision is not just about seeing the present, but about being able to look ahead and understand where you want to go. You need to focus on your long-term goals, even when the world around you tries to distract you. What you see today is not the final destination, it's just the beginning. But what happens when a storm arises? The eagle doesn't run from the storm. It doesn't hide in fear, it rises above it. The eagle uses the very wind from the storm to soar higher, reaching greater heights than it could have ever reached on its own. This is the mindset we need to adopt: resilience. Life will send storms our way, but it's not the storm that defines us, it's how we respond to it. We must choose to rise above our challenges, not just endure them, but use them to fuel our ascent. An eagle doesn't wait for things to happen, it takes responsibility for its own life. It flies alone or in pairs, but it never waits for others to decide its fate. We too must take responsibility for our lives. We cannot wait for the perfect moment or for others to lead us. We must stand up, take charge, and act. You see, the eagle never seeks comfort. It flies high, not because it's easy, but because it understands that true greatness requires sacrifice and determination. It flies at great altitudes, above the noise of the world, focusing on what matters. And so must we. Excellence comes when we leave our comfort zones. Greatness is not found by following the easy path, but by soaring higher, stretching beyond what we thought was possible. The eagle does not fly in flocks with the ordinary birds. It does not allow itself to be surrounded by mediocrity. It flies alone or in pairs, keeping its distance from the distractions of the world. We too must be mindful of the company we keep. Do not let the noise and the negativity of the world pull you down. Surround yourself with those who will help you rise. Change is a constant, and the eagle understands this better than anyone. Every few years, it goes through a process of renewal, shedding old feathers, talons, and beak. This is a reminder that we too must embrace change. We must shed old habits, old mindsets, and become new creations. In doing so, we find strength for the journey ahead. But greatness does not come overnight. The eagle hunts with patience, planning each move before it swoops down to catch its prey. We must also learn the art of strategy. Success requires deliberate planning, not rush decisions. But patience is key. There is no shortcut to true success. There is no easy way to the top. An eagle's high flight allows it to see the big picture, the whole landscape. We too must not be consumed by the small setbacks that seem overwhelming in the moment. Stay focused on the bigger vision. Short-term failures are but stepping stones to long-term success. And then we must remember that success requires endurance. The eagle never stops flying because the wind is against it. It perseveres, pushing forward. You too must remain committed, even when things get tough. Persistence is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up along the way. Lastly, the eagle leads by example. It soars above all others, inspiring those around it to follow. Be the leader who inspires greatness. Lead not by words, but by action. Become the example of resilience, vision, and strength. Let your mindset be a beacon to others, showing them that with focus, determination, and unwavering belief in oneself, anything is possible. So I ask you today, are you ready to soar? Are you ready to embrace the eagle mindset, to rise above your circumstances, to focus on your vision, to embrace change, and to lead with excellence? If you are, then you are destined to fly higher than you ever imagined. The power of vision is one of the most profound attributes of the eagle, and it is a quality that each one of us can learn to embrace. An eagle's ability to see vast distances with incredible precision allows it to spot prey from miles away. This kind of clarity is not just a physical attribute, it speaks to the ability to perceive the world beyond the surface, to recognize opportunities long before others even notice them. In life, the power of vision is about far more than just seeing the immediate surroundings. It is about understanding where you are headed, even when the road ahead seems unclear. Many people are caught in the trap of focusing on their current circumstances, what's right in front of them. They become so consumed by the demands of the moment that they lose sight of the bigger picture. But an eagle does not waste time looking at the ground beneath it. It is constantly focused on the distant horizon, on where it is going and what it is striving to achieve. Similarly, we must learn to focus not just on the present, but on the potential that lies ahead. Vision is the ability to see beyond the obstacles, beyond the limitations, and recognize the promise of what could be. It is seeing not just with the eyes, but with the heart and mind, and having the courage to pursue that vision, regardless of the challenges that might arise. It is about refusing to be limited by current circumstances or the opinions of others. When you possess a clear and compelling vision, you become unstoppable. You see the possibilities, not the problems. A strong vision requires both clarity and commitment. Clarity comes from knowing exactly what you want and why you want it. Commitment comes from the willingness to pursue that vision, no matter how long it takes or how difficult the journey may seem. Just as the eagle with its powerful eyesight locks onto its target and pursues it with precision and focus, so too must we remain steadfast in our pursuit of the goals we set for ourselves. This vision allows us to rise above the ordinary, to refuse to settle for mediocrity, and to live with purpose. Vision gives us the energy to push forward when others are distracted or content with where they are. It provides the roadmap when the journey seems uncertain and serves as a guiding light when we face obstacles. Without vision, we are like ships adrift without a destination, moving through life with no clear purpose. But with vision, we have the power to navigate through any storm, to rise higher, and to reach places we never thought possible. The eagle teaches us that vision is not just about seeing what is, but about seeing what can be. Rising above adversity is one of the most powerful lessons we can learn from the eagle. When a storm comes, the eagle doesn't retreat, it doesn't cower or hide. Instead, it spreads its wings and soars higher, using the very winds of the storm to lift it to greater altitudes. This ability to rise above the storm symbolizes a mindset that transforms adversity from a threat into an opportunity. In life, adversity is inevitable. Challenges, setbacks, and struggles are part of the human experience. But the difference between those who succeed and those who falter is often how they respond to these challenges. While many may get stuck in the storm, focused on the discomfort and fear it brings, the eagle teaches us to use the winds of adversity to fuel our ascent. When life becomes turbulent, when the challenges seem insurmountable, it is not a time to shrink or surrender. Instead, it is an invitation to rise, to stretch beyond the pain, and to grow stronger as a result. Adversity can be overwhelming if we allow it to define us. The eagle, however, does not let the storm dictate its direction. It understands that the strength to overcome lies not in avoiding the storm, but in mastering how to navigate it. This is the power of perspective. When we are able to shift our view from seeing obstacles as threats to seeing them as opportunities to learn and grow, we open ourselves to new possibilities. Every storm that the eagle faces becomes a stepping stone toward greater heights. It is easy to feel discouraged when we encounter difficulties, but just like the eagle, we must learn to trust in our own strength and ability to navigate the turbulence. The power lies in choosing not to give up, not to surrender to fear or frustration, but to keep moving forward. It is about rising with resilience, refusing to let the winds of adversity keep us grounded. By learning how to rise in the midst of difficulty, we gain a new strength, a deeper understanding of our own potential, and a deeper sense of purpose. When adversity strikes, it often feels like a test. But like the eagle, we must see it as an opportunity for elevation, an opportunity to rise higher than we ever thought possible. The challenges we face can either weigh us down or push us to new heights, depending on how we choose to respond. The eagle teaches us that adversity is not our enemy. It is the very force that can propel us to greatness if we dare to embrace it and rise above it. Taking responsibility for one's life is the foundation of personal empowerment and growth. The eagle does not wait for the perfect conditions to fly. It takes full ownership of its flight. It does not depend on the weather or other external factors to dictate its movement. Not avoiding them. In life, we often face difficulties that seem insurmountable, challenges that feel overwhelming or beyond our control. It is in these moments that endurance becomes crucial. Just as the eagle's strength is built by facing difficult conditions head-on, our resilience is forged in the fire of adversity. Endurance is not about rushing through hard times, but rather about the ability to remain steady, committed, and focused, even when the road seems long and the journey uncertain. The eagle teaches us that endurance is not just about surviving the storm, but about using it as an opportunity to rise higher, to become stronger, and to sharpen our capabilities. Persistence goes hand in hand with endurance. It is the act of continuing to move forward, regardless of the obstacles in our path. The eagle doesn't give up after one failed attempt or one difficult storm. It persists, knowing that each challenge brings it closer to its goal. This level of persistence is what allows the eagle to hunt, to grow, and to thrive in its environment. In the same way, we must learn to persist in the face of setbacks. There will be times when we fall short, when things don't go as planned, or when we feel like giving up. But persistence teaches us to keep going, to keep striving, and to keep believing in our ability to overcome whatever stands in our way. Endurance and persistence require mental strength and unwavering belief in one's purpose. The eagle doesn't doubt its ability to soar. It trusts its wings and its instincts. Similarly, we must cultivate a belief in ourselves and in the process, even when things seem difficult. When we face challenges, it's easy to question our ability to persevere, but true endurance comes from a deep-rooted faith in our purpose. It's about knowing that every step, no matter how small, is part of the larger journey, and that each effort brings us closer to realizing our vision. Endurance and persistence are about learning from setbacks, not letting them define us. The eagle's persistence is not mindless, it is purposeful. It learns from every storm, from every gust of wind, and adjusts its flight accordingly. Similarly, we must approach setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow. Each time we face a challenge, we are given the chance to develop new skills, gain new perspectives, and emerge stronger than before. Persistence isn't about avoiding failure. It's about using failure as a lesson to fuel future success. In the pursuit of any worthwhile goal, there will inevitably be moments when things seem impossible, when the climb feels too steep or the weight too heavy. Yet it is in these moments that persistence and endurance reveal their true power. Just like the eagle, we must remember that it is often the most difficult journeys that lead to the most profound growth. By continuing to move forward, one step at a time, we build the strength and resilience necessary to overcome any challenge that comes our way. It is through these experiences that we develop the perseverance to reach new heights and achieve greatness. The path to success is never linear, and the journey is filled with obstacles. But by embodying the eagle's mindset of endurance and persistence, we not only overcome those challenges, but also rise above them. With each effort, we grow. And with each challenge, we become more resilient. This mindset keeps us moving forward, keeps us striving for the greater purpose that lies ahead, and ensures that we never give up, no matter how hard the journey becomes. Serving as a leader is not about holding a title, wielding power, or commanding others. True leadership is about serving those you lead, guiding them with humility, wisdom, and a clear vision. The eagle, though majestic and powerful, serves as a perfect symbol of leadership. It does not seek attention or domination, but leads by example, soaring high above the ground, showing the way for others to follow. It's not the loudest bird in the forest, but its strength, grace, and focus on its mission make it a natural leader. A true leader, like the eagle, doesn't need to constantly prove their authority. They inspire through actions, through consistency, and through their ability to remain focused on the greater purpose. Leadership at its core is about understanding that your role is to serve others. The eagle leads by showing what is possible through its own actions. It doesn't lead with force or manipulation. It leads with purpose and integrity. In the same way, a true leader serves their team by being a model of the values they wish to instill. They guide, mentor, and provide direction, but they also listen, understand, and empower those around them. A servant leader recognizes the unique strengths of those they lead and strives to bring out the best in them. By serving those they lead, they create a culture of trust, respect, and collaboration, which ultimately elevates the whole group. Effective leadership requires a strong sense of responsibility. The eagle is responsible for its own survival, the survival of its young, and for navigating through the storms of life. It does not look for someone else to take charge in difficult situations. It faces them head-on with confidence and strength. Similarly, a leader must take full responsibility for their decisions, their actions, and the well-being of their team. A leader who shirks responsibility creates an environment of uncertainty and confusion. By embracing responsibility, leaders instill a sense of confidence and security in those they serve, showing that they are fully committed to the success and growth of the group. Serving as a leader also means having the courage to make tough decisions, even when they are not popular. The eagle must sometimes make difficult choices, whether it is selecting a mate, protecting its territory, or deciding when to fly through the storm. In life, leaders often face situations where the right decision may be difficult, unpopular, or uncomfortable, but it is necessary for the long-term good. True leaders are willing to make these decisions, trusting that their ultimate responsibility is to the greater good, not to immediate approval or comfort. A leader must be willing to stand alone when necessary, guided by a deep understanding of the greater vision. Leadership is also about the willingness to sacrifice for the benefit of others. The eagle, when raising its young, sacrifices its own comfort to provide for them, showing the importance of nurturing and protecting what you value. Likewise, a leader must be willing to put the needs of others before their own at times. Leadership requires selflessness, the ability to put the mission and the people you lead above your own desires and comfort. This doesn't mean neglecting your own needs, but it means being willing to make sacrifices when necessary to ensure the success and well-being of the group. A true leader understands the importance of vision. The eagle soars with a clear direction in mind, not aimlessly flying through the sky, but working toward a destination. Similarly, a leader must have a clear vision for the future and communicate that vision with clarity and passion. A leader without vision is like a ship without a compass, without direction. The team may flounder and lose momentum. The eagle's unwavering focus on its goal teaches us that leadership is about looking beyond the present moment and envisioning what can be achieved in the future. By sharing that vision with others, a leader inspires action and commitment. Serving as a leader also means continuously evolving and growing. The eagle, while an extraordinary bird, never stops learning, adapting, and refining its skills. It faces challenges, but with each challenge it becomes more proficient. Similarly, a leader must commit to personal growth and development. They must be willing to learn from mistakes, seek out new knowledge, and adjust their strategies as needed. A leader who stops growing risks stagnation, and the same is true for their team. When a leader embraces growth, they create an environment where learning is valued and everyone is encouraged to reach their full potential. Serving as a leader is about demonstrating the qualities that inspire others to reach new heights: integrity, responsibility, courage, sacrifice, and vision. The eagle teaches us that leadership is not about being the strongest, the most dominant, or the most visible. It's about serving with grace, leading by example, and guiding others with wisdom. A true leader is not one who seeks to be served, but one who seeks to serve, empowering those around them to soar to greater heights. Leadership is not a position, it is a choice to be humble, to act with integrity, and to dedicate oneself to the greater good of the team and the mission at hand. The eagle's way of life serves as a powerful reminder of what true leadership is all about. Leadership is not defined by titles, power, or control. It is defined by service, sacrifice, vision, and the unwavering commitment to help others rise. Just like the eagle, a great leader doesn't seek to dominate, but to inspire, to guide with wisdom, and to lift others to new heights. Leadership requires endurance, resilience, and the courage to stay the course, even when the path is difficult. It's about creating a legacy, not by what you achieve alone, but by how you empower those around you to achieve their greatest potential. So let us remember the lessons of the eagle. Let us lead with humility, with purpose, and with the understanding that true leadership is about serving others, putting the greater good above personal comfort, and always keeping our eyes fixed on the bigger picture. As we rise in our own journeys, let us embrace the power of leadership not as a position, but as a privilege to guide, empower, and inspire those who follow. And as we do, may we soar higher, not just for ourselves, but for the world around us.